Welcome back to the bench and the bleachers. As always, I'm your host, Keenan Trigaskis, joined by my co-host, Alex Tanaka. It's now the middle of September, which means we've got playoff news, and that's what it's going to be from now until the season's over. For now, it's a couple of clinches. The Brewers, Phillies, and Cubs, three National League teams. Those are your first three teams back to the playoffs. Cubs for the first time since 2020. The other two teams, they were there last year.
Yeah. Do you think this will affect their games on the stretch? Because they have a lot of crucial series with teams looking for a wild card. Because I never know what you do in this situation. Like, if you're those managers, you're probably going to be a bit quicker with the hook with your pitchers. That's no doubt. But you don't want to fry the bullpen either. You want to give guys rest days. How would you manage a team that's clinched for the playoffs, trying to ramp them up and get ready while also giving them like an adequate amount of rest and mental time to adjust and get ready for playoff baseball?
I think for at least the Phillies and Brewers, because they're the teams we expect to be the 1 and 2 seeds, you keep it normal because you'll have that rest.
Usual. Yep.
You'll have that rest, whereas the Cubs, you might want to ramp it up a little bit and then cool down because you're going to have to go turn around and host a wild card series weekend right away. And you want your guys to be rested. Like that, their last two series, you're going to see guys coming out of the game early. A lot of bullpen usage from guys you don't normally see. And then maybe even the last series, the bench is starting. But other than that, you're going normal until the final last two series.
Yeah. How much of it do you think is based on what the players are telling you? Things like that. Like, to me, I would just ask the players. I'd say, who wants to play? How much do you want to play? How much can you play? Right? So I think that plays a huge factor in it. But
yeah. I'm in the same boat as you. I think most of it's going to be up to the players because that's who is playing your games in October.
That's why they call them the players, right?
Yeah, you don't want them starting the playoffs hurt. Like, injuries happen.
You don't want them starting ice cold as well, trying to
Yeah.
spending a game to get readjusted when really you don't have time. You need to get in and get going because you'll never be more terrified than when you're down a game in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, especially the wild card series too.
Yeah, the wild card series is pure chaos. Anything can happen, as we saw last year in the American League.
I think like every year, like 2 years ago, the Diamondbacks and Rangers were both the 6th seed.
True. Yeah, that could happen again.
Yeah,
That could fucking happen again, Keenan.
Maybe not the Mets if the playoffs started today with the way they're playing, but
The Mets. What are you talking about the Mets for?
they're the 6th seed.
Oh yeah, the Mets are the 6th seed. I think you said the Diamondbacks.
No, if the Diamondbacks,
Could be the 6th seed. Could be the 6th seed.
That would be.
Although I will say the Rangers have a fucking real outside shot. Kind of like this 4-game losing streak kind of killed it.
Yeah, it was a crucial 3-game series with the Astros that they got
They
swept.
could not have done worse. They could not have done worse. They could not have done worse.
This was the season for both of those teams, really, because that's your division rival. That's the person who you're at the moment going head to head for a playoff spot. And Houston really showed us why they're always in the playoffs.
They just never really play bad.
No.
That's
even
the
when
thing.
they
Houston never beats themselves. That's the way that Houston will never beat themselves. Whereas almost every other team across baseball this year, it feels like, finds a way to lose games. Houston just is always pretty good. They're in the mix, and then they capitalize on your mistakes.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Even like this past stretch, the Mariners went on a 10-game winning streak. And the Houston Astros, they lost the first place for a moment, but they were never out of it, right?
No, but I will say that win streak makes me think Seattle will win the division. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I will say. Well, I agree with you, but it comes down to this weekend. They got a 3-game set: Houston and Seattle. That's
to me.
Right
you
there.
got to go Seattle here. They're just starting to come on and play together. They're mixing with the deadline guys. They're getting healthier pitching wise. I see them. They're just too good for Houston. They're just too good, and they have a bit of playoff battle experience as well now. They're a bit more. I think they're a bit mentally tougher. I've loved the new coaching staff. Ever since last year, they've been one of the best offensive teams in the American League. It's been the pitching that's been a bit inconsistent up and down, but I trust all those guys in the playoffs, and I would treat this just like it's a playoff series. You need to win 2 minimum of these 3 games if you're the Seattle Mariners, so you do whatever you possibly can and figure it all out after.
It is in Houston. Does that change your thoughts?
On how important it is, no.
No, no, not on how important, on who wins the series.
Absolutely not.
Okay, good to know. 'Cause, like, playoffs, home field advantage is a huge thing. So I'll go ahead and say the same thing for this series too. Like, Houston coming in has that edge because they're at home. You're playing in
But
front of a home
Seattle's
team.
hungrier.
That's
Seattle's
also true.
hungrier, and they're.
That
I
is
think
also true.
it's always easier to be the chaser. It's
Hmm.
always easier to be the chaser than it is to stave off a young, hungry team. Like it's always harder to hold on to the championship belt than it is, to get there. That's what Rocky 3 is all about, is complacency, right? So it's always easier being the challenger than the champion. It's always easier to have a target to aim towards and hit. And when you're Seattle, you finish behind Houston so much. It just feels like this is such a big time to swing it. Cal Raleigh is the best player in the series as well. That always helps when you have the best player in a certain series. I just see Seattle walking into Houston, probably sweeping them and never looking back, taking this division, and losing to the Jays in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Speaking of Cal Raleigh, most home runs in a single season by a switch hitter, 56, and he
Kind of
ties the
shocked
Mariners
I'll
franchise
never get
record.
more.
Hey,
He's the MVP. I don't want to do this. He's the MVP. I've been seeing a lot of like Yankee propaganda on my social media, and that's wrong.
to be
Cal
fair,
Raleigh has been the best player in the American League this season.
Cal Raleigh's had a tough past month.
Don't care. It's not the mid August to mid September most valuable player.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, if you look at his numbers throughout the whole season, they've taken a hit from the last month, which is fine because that's attrition as a catcher.
He's playing the hardest defensive position while also being one of the best offensive players in the league.
And he's playing
I don't even know
defense.
why this is a thing. Like I could very easily, if you give me 2 months, teach Cal Raleigh how to play the outfield. I couldn't in 4 years teach Aaron Judge how to be a catcher. I don't know why this is so difficult for people to understand. One guy can do both things, the other guy can't. One guy had zero protection in his lineup while the other guy did. One guy gets to play in a toy field, the other guy doesn't. One guy manages an elite pitching staff, the other guy sits out there and gets a ball hit to him once every 3 innings.
And he's been DHing the last month, too.
Has been teaching a lot. I mean, and Raleigh DHs as well, but it's because he's so valuable. Yeah, if you ask me who I'd rather have on my team this season alone, it's Cal Raleigh. It's not really close.
Well, I think a good catcher adds more value than anyone else in the field. If we're considering them like the same at the plate, you're taking the catcher.
You 1,000% are, and I'm okay with him having lower rate stats as Judge because he's doing a lot more work. Aaron Judge is not working very particularly hard on defense. I like. I actually will say, I think Aaron Judge is an elite defender, but he's an elite defender in the corner outfield. Like he gets a lot of shit for the defense he plays because he's a bigger guy, but he takes really good routes to balls. I think he makes a lot of like plays that would look difficult for other outfielders. He makes them look pretty good and pretty easy, which hurts his reputation. But to me, he's an elite defensive outfielder. But he's an outfielder. Outfield defense doesn't matter unless you're center field.
He also doesn't have that to back up his case with the arm right now.
With the arm and the DHing, yeah, no, he's been it's been a tough year for him. I just don't think it should be. He's just not better than Cal Raleigh this year. I just don't think he has been.
Yeah, it's most valuable, not best statistical player.
Well, it's not the fucking triple slash line award.
Yeah, that too.
It's not the who had the best rate stats over 100 in a certain amount of games stat. It's the
Whose
who's
advanced stats were better?
who's mattered more, who's been the
Yeah,
best player on their team. It's Cal Raleigh.
it is.
Cal Raleigh's been the best player in the American League this year. I don't need to explain why. I just fucking did.
No. Yeah.
I just did actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the best.
We got a couple of eliminations too, which is going to happen this time of year. Pittsburgh, they're done. Washington, the Angels, 11th straight year without the playoffs. The Athletics, White Sox, Twins, and the Baltimore Orioles, first playoff team from last year to get eliminated.
I mean, the Orioles. Turns out, Keenan, when you lose star players and you don't replace them with even league average talent, you take a serious hit.
It was, yeah, a very, very tough offseason that led to this abysmal year.
That's putting it so mildly. It was an offseason riddled with organizational incompetence and a seeming sense of entitlement to the playoffs after only having been there twice and being swept both years consecutively. They started acting as if it was their God-given right to be the kings of the AL East, and they got dick slapped this year. That's the only way to say it. They got beaten around. Their young players refused to step up and play well and show any amount of mental toughness at all. Like, this was one of the biggest regression seasons we've seen, period, in this century. The expectations were the ALCS going in. Like, it was, they're going to win a round. They're probably going to get to the DS, maybe the CS. Like, that was what we were thinking. We were like, yeah, but like they'll figure it out. It's the Orioles. Like, they're good. They suck.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
there was a lot of hitting problems this year too.
they're 20 games worse than they should be.
Yeah, 100%. If they bring in two different pitchers this offseason, they're above 500.
No, they're not though, because they can't hit anymore.
Yeah, but they're 8 games below 500, and the first 3 months of the season.
Okay, that was bad. Look, Charlie
because of the
Morton fucking that's kind of on him.
Yeah, and now they changed their manager, which was going to happen. They're above 500 with the new guy, like 6 or 7 games above 500. Pitching
6 or 7, yeah.
that was, god damn it.
That was an absolute layup. But no,
It was.
the thing is, Keenan, it's very easy to win games as a young team when the games don't matter.
Yeah, what I
Every
was
good meaningful
also,
games in June.
I do have one more thing to add. This team will be better next year, even if they don't make off-season moves, because
You're playing a dangerous game, Keenan.
no. Hear me out.
September.
Their pitching staff is healthy again. We're forgetting that they lost 4 of their 5 starting pitchers from last year due to injury.
No, that's true, but the hitting hasn't helped.
The hitting has not helped.
Like,
But-
what are the odds that like Adley Rutschman requests a trade in the offseason?
They're 30%. He's
With this new catcher they just extended, what's the long-term plan here?
it's
It's
Baltimore.
a bit
There
of
is
a,
no long-term plan.
it's a
But
bit
I
of a
don't
dueling
see-
banjos thing here. What's he going to do? In 5 years, will Adley Rutschman be the Baltimore Orioles catcher?
No. If even before the Basayo contract, I would have said no, because they would have had him extended by now if that was their plan.
What is the plan?
There is no plan. It's Baltimore. We saw what their last
Okay,
offseason was.
okay. This is Baltimore. The gods can't save you.
Yeah. Like, honestly, could you tell me what their plan is right now?
Their plan, Keenan, is pretty much to
Right.
say we're not the old ownership group. We're the cool new ownership group. That's pretty much it. I don't really know. I think from a baseball operations standpoint, it seems to be operating mainly on vibes and just short term, how can we fix this shit? The issue is that's fine with an old team. You have a very young team that is developing who all need to get paid. None of them have been paid, by the way. None of these guys have gotten their tickets.
No. That's
And that's literally the entire team all need to sign their big deals. And you took care of a kid who played 20 games.
yeah. I do wonder.
What? What? That's insane to me. Like it's ridiculous. It's like Keenan. It's like on Christmas. You got 3 kids huddled around the fire. One kid you just adopted that day,
Yes.
and he gets his present, and you don't get the other kids anything, and it's Christmas. Where's my fucking gift? You've given. We just met him today. Who is this guy? We don't know him. We're giving him $80 million. I've been an all-star. My name's Gunnar Henderson. I deserve the Bobby Witt contract.
Yeah. 100%. They have all right to be.
Why is this kid? We just found him today. We just adopted him. Hello? Ridiculous. Like, they could not have handled this worse. Like, if you're Gunnar Henderson and you come up with Adley Rutschman, you're thinking, what fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Well, that was like the last 3 or 4 years. It was Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson. That's who we're building around, and neither of them. We haven't
But did
even.
they ever say they were doing that, or was it just implied that that was what we all thought was
I
going to
think
happen?
it was just implied.
What the
And
fuck
the moment
else
new
are
ownership
you
came
doing?
in, we're like, oh, this is happening for sure, and
Yeah.
nothing has
You
happened.
would have to be a complete dipshit to not build around these two guys.
To not even build around at least one of them, and they
Yeah,
still
I
have.
gotta say,
we haven't even
if I-
heard any rumors of a contract talk.
No, they aren't even negotiating.
No.
They're not even negotiating a deal. And typically, it gets fucking leaked out by the fact they're negotiating because they want it leaked that they're negotiating.
Also, every day you don't sign a young player, the price goes up.
This is true.
Like, they're just shooting themselves in the foot.
Short of Gunnar Henderson getting on Twitter one night after a bottle of whiskey, there was nothing he can do to tank his stock. He is an elite young talent at a premium position, at the most premium position, actually.
Yeah.
The highest premium position. He's a young all-star and will be an all-star and top 10 MVP guy probably 8 of the next 10 years.
It's ridiculous that.
If I know that, Keenan, why don't they know that? We could run this team better. I would not bring up, again, it's, you don't get the adopted kid a gift if you didn't get one for the other kids.
Yeah. It's.
You found them today on the street.
They need a new general manager.
Who is the general manager in Baltimore?
I think it's still Mike Elias.
Is he? Yeah, but is he just a puppet for this new ownership regime there?
I think he was around before then, but he also came out and said everything was on him.
That's what people say before they get fired.
And he hasn't
That's
done
exactly what someone says right before they get canned.
He's been the general manager since 2018.
Okay, well, look, I also hate personal accountability, but that's what you do right before you get fired.
It is.
You say, hey,
I think he's gone this offseason. He's gone before free agency starts.
He should be gone now. Why is he still here? Like, I've never understood. They're like, we're gonna let him finish the season. Fucking why? If he sucks, he sucks. Get him out of here. Like, there hasn't been, like, okay, he took over in 2018. Has there been a more disappointing American League team than the Baltimore Orioles in that time?
No, I don't think so.
No.
They're
maybe the Yankees.
Yeah, maybe the Angels because they had Ohtani and Trout for 6 years and didn't do anything.
I never had any hopes for them though. I knew they were stupid. I didn't think they.
Yeah, but there's still some disappointment there.
No, some disappointment, but is it the most disappointment?
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe perpetually the Twins though, but I don't know. I never liked.
Yeah, but you expect that out of the Twins too. They had like a 20-year playoff.
As long as
streak.
As long as Minneapolis isn't burnt to the ground, the Twins have had a good year.
I don't even think they would do that because they expect failure.
They do expect failure. That's true. I mean, yeah, I do feel bad for that. Like, that's a shitty fucking sports like fan area city because like the Wild's kind of always mid, Vikings mid, Twins
Timberwolves.
Twins the definition of mid. Who did you say?
Timberwolves
mid. I think
Minnesota.
I think the Minnesota Lynx, the WNBA team, are okay.
There you go. Go to Lynx game.
You don't fuck with Nafisa Collier, Keenan. You don't fuck with Nafisa Collier. I think she plays there.
I don't even watch regular men's basketball.
Whoa! Keenan's trying to avoid looking sexist, but he already is. I'm glad you think it's funny.
Baltimore, they're going to be one of the few teams who need to be watched in the off season because it should be a fun off season.
They have a top 3 most interesting off season, 100%.
Who else would you put in that?
Ooh, interesting off seasons.
I got off the top of my head. I got 2 other ones.
Hit me.
Cincinnati and the Athletics.
Cincinnati, I agree. The A's, I kind of know what they're going to do. They're going to sign like 8 starting pitchers and see which 5 are the best.
But it will still be interesting because you're sitting here like
it's going to be hilarious to see what their rotation looks like next year.
It's going to be completely.
And I say the Blue Jays if Bo Bichette is unsigned.
Okay.
That offseason looks really weird if they lose Bo Bichette. How do they pivot out of that? And then the Mets. I'm interested in what are the Mets going to do? If
they always do something fun.
They're always in and around the big stuff. Like
they're always doing something.
They're always in the mix. What are the Mets going to do? But a lot of it to me is dictated by how the final weeks of the season go. Because if you're the Mets and you miss the playoffs, how are you going to retool and reload? Arizona's another good one. What the hell are they going to do? They have the talent.
Yeah, it's clearly not even a retool. They're right there.
I'm also interested on the Giants. Like, do they double down with the old guy thing? Do they try
triple down at this point? It's triple down.
It's fucking quintuple down. Okay,
yeah.
It's quintuple down. Let's have a bunch of 30-year-old dudes who have the power of friendship. See if they can win.
Yeah, Yankees are always a good offseason too because they're going to do something.
Do they though? I mean, the Fried thing this offseason was interesting.
They also traded for Williams before he was bad.
They made him bad. It's Devin Williams sucking is the Yankees' fault because they let him get too much confidence. They let him get a bit of motion.
They changed the beard rule for him.
Yeah, I mean that's embarrassing for him though. I mean, how embarrassed do you think he feels right now?
Oh, very embarrassed. Like more embarrassed than Volpe.
But Volpe again, we are piling on Volpe. because he is the embodiment of everything that's wrong with this current Yankees team. There's a lot of other guys who suck on that team too.
Yeah.
But he just gives off coach's kids vibe, doesn't he?
He does.
Is he Aaron Boone's son?
Starting shortstop for some reason. Always in the lineup.
Always high in the lineup, way too high in the lineup.
Yeah. Apparently he's been hurt for like months, which is the biggest lie that I've ever heard.
That happens every year. Oh, guy's having a disappointing season. Did you know he's actually hurt? 4 months after the fact, we're going to tell you. Oh.
Both his hamstrings are torn and he's playing through it. It's like, yeah, okay, sure.
Bit of an exaggeration there, Keenan. We try
yeah.
Try and keep professional. Try and keep...
3 players have hit 50 home runs in the same season for the 3rd time in MLB history. The other 2 times, 4 players did it, and
Can I guess the years?
Hey?
Do you have the years pulled up?
I have them.
Can I guess them?
Go for it.
2001. And the players in 2001 were Barry Bonds, Luis Gonzalez, Sammy Sosa, and Ken Griffey.
Let me get the players. Do you know this, or are you...
2001 I felt extremely confident about.
That's why... Yeah, that's why I thought you might have known that. I think I was talking baseball.
2001, it's obviously Luis Gonzalez. He had like an insane freak year. Bonds, I'm assuming, hit over 50. And like Sosa was still raking, so I'm assuming it's, those guys.
2001, Bonds, Sosa, Gonzalez, Rodriguez.
Oh, Rodriguez. Fuck. I said Griffey, not A-Rod. But still pretty impressive. The autism's working for me today. The other year, give me a decade. Give me a decade. 90s. 98 because of McGuire, Sosa, and Griffey.
Correct.
Was it McGuire, Sosa, Griffey? Was it those 3?
And the 4th. There's a 4th.
Oh, the 4th. Not McGuire. Was it Bonds too?
It was not Bonds.
Give me another guess. Is it Juan Gonzalez?
It's not Gonzalez.
Give me a hint.
Starts with a V.
Vinny Castilla?
Nope.
Wait, first name or last name starts with a V?
Last name.
Okay, that's completely on you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mo Vaughn. Yeah, okay. That's entirely your fault.
Okay.
But also, I will say, autism is being touched right now.
It is. That's
impressive.
impressive.
You didn't think I would know that?
No, I was surprised you got both the years.
That was, I gotta say, a bit embarrassing.
The players is expected because you knew who the hard.
Oh, we know though. Like given by the year, like you got a rough guess. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
the Ohtani news. Do we want to jump to that? Pivot to that.
This is probably the biggest non-playoff news of the week. That Shohei Ohtani has talked to the Dodgers about playing in the outfield so they can use him as reliever.
Because the Dodgers bullpen stink.
Because the Dodgers bullpen has been tanking. Could you imagine how tough this would look? Like the biggest aura farm of.
No. Okay, stop. You don't get to say this. Because I've been pitching Scherzer as the closer aura farming, and you shut it down every time.
I don't think I shut it. I don't.
You shut it down. Oh, you shut it down.
Did I shut it down, or was that the TikTok comments?
That might have been the TikTok comments. But look. Could you imagine a Jays-Dodgers World Series where Ohtani's actually on a plane to Toronto, gets out and tries to close the game in that city? He wouldn't make it out alive.
But just in general, having a guy play right field for you, like first 8 innings, goes a home run or 2, warms up for half an inning, shuts you down, bottom of the 9th inning.
But like, what if it goes really bad?
Then it would just be. Then we just laugh at the Dodgers like we always do. Like.
I mean, do you think that's actually like a realistic chance? Because like, we haven't seen him that much in the field recently.
Yeah, I think it was like 7 games in one year
6
with
or
the
7
Angels.
Games, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Also, would they? This is something that they would test before October.
No. Don't assume that with the Dodgers. There is that arrogance they have.
That's true.
That they can just figure it out on the fly.
A competent team tests this.
No, they're a competent team. A team with a competent manager.
Yes.
A team that does not employ one Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts. Yeah.
Dave Roberts, dumb as a bag of hammers.
And somehow has
a bit of a push button man. Well, I mean, Keenan, most people could get 2 rings with that team. If you gave AJ Hinch that team, he would have won 10 World Series.
Yeah, that would have been the biggest dynasty we've ever seen.
Yeah, because AJ Hinch, one has a brain and knows how to use it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Um, State of the Jays. Trey Savage made his major league debut
I am
yesterday.
rock hard discussing this right now.
Did
Did you?
you
He was
did you catch any
fucking
of
the.
that game?
He was fucking the hell. Hey, what did you say?
Did you catch any of that game?
I caught the highlights of it. I did not
There
watch.
you go.
Some of us have jobs.
Oh, I
Okay.
was curious.
No, he was fucking the hell. Like I watched every pitch he threw. The thing is how high the release point is.
It's
It
crazy.
like I'd love to know the exact like release point because it's so much higher because I feel like arm slots have gotten so much lower. It looks so much more traditional up high that every pitch he throws that breaks just breaks so much more dramatically and at such a different angle than guys are used to. I think it's really going to give him an advantage in this postseason because guys are going to be facing him for the first time with nasty stuff.
Yeah. Like after the first inning, he had a rough first inning, but that's been his thing though. You saw that stat, right?
Yeah.
Every
I've seen this.
other one of his debuts loaded the bases with walks before now.
Yeah.
So he improved already.
Yeah, and like I think the thing to be encouraged about is the strikeout numbers because it clearly shows that his stuff translates.
It does. Like 9 strikeouts in 5+ innings.
Pretty impressive.
It's very impressive. Like the guy looks legit.
And
Okay.
now you have to ask, what's his role in the playoffs?
That's a very good question. It to
Because
me,
now you can go Bieber, Gosman, Yasavage slash Barrios, and Max out of the pin where he should be.
I was gonna say it depends on how Bassett and Barrios pitch down the stretch.
Bassett is never going to pitch an inning in the playoffs for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Not even an inning.
Maybe in a blowout.
Not even out of the pen. Like you're up
I don't want him
4-5.
out of the pen. I don't want him out of the pen.
Okay. Okay.
I think if any one of these starters is going to go out of the pen, it'll be Barrios.
Yeah, with the way he's been pitching recently.
And he just has that competitive. He's a fucking dog. Barrios,
Yes.
look, him and Bassett are both dogs. Bassett has faded significantly since the All Star break.
That's the whole rotation. The whole rotation is dogs.
Yeah, Gosman's a dog.
He's,
Bieber,
he's
dog. Scherzer, dog. Savage, dog.
yeah, Gossman's been lights out. Like
You
that's your
have to
game
have
one
Gosman
starter.
pitch. You have to have Gosman pitch in the playoff.
That's your game one starter.
I might be Bieber.
You think you're going Bieber? I'd go Gossman.
You go Gosman. Wow, that's interesting. Okay.
My thing is he's been healthy. He's also been insanely good the last month.
Yeah,
heating
he's
up.
kind of earned it. He has, or he's really earned the chance to prove
He's
himself.
hitting up at the perfect time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'd go Gossman. But I wouldn't be mad if they go Bieber. Like
Well, I think it's going to be one of those two guys. I would just go
Easily.
Bieber just with the track record, the experience. It just feels like, I would much rather have, like, if both guys win, I'd much rather have Gosman game two after a win than Bieber game two after a win.
okay.
I just feel like if you can give Gosman, like, positive, like, mental thoughts going into a start, I just think he's going to unleash.
I think you could say the same him going out there game one in front of a rave that would be Rogers Center. Like,
True. That's also true. But, I mean, look, there's no easy, look, good problem to have.
Yeah. Is there
Very
a
good
wrong answer? No. Will you
Well,
see him
yeah,
pitch
yeah,
in front of the Blue Jays crowd? Yes.
Whatever John Schneider decides, I will inevitably say is the wrong decision.
Yeah. Even if it works out.
Yeah, because he made it. It's the wrong decision. He's the wrong guy to make decisions. Who died and made him boss?
That's fair. Bichette done for the regular season. Jays hope he's back for the playoffs. This might be an odd problem too. Not in a bad way, but him, Springer, Santander, you're going to have Springer and Santander play the field.
We don't need Santander in the field. We don't
You
need
don't.
Santander, period.
You
Santander
don't,
is.
but that's what it could come down to.
I'm okay with Springer in the field. Anthony Santander, you will only be pinch hitting in the playoff.
He should be 100%. But it's John Schneider. He might like the veteran bat in the lineup instead of throwing Davis Schneider out there as your starting 9.
Dance with the guys who brought you.
I agree.
You've come this far by relying on your bench and your
I
depth.
100% agree with you. I'm just trying to
Stop
think.
getting mad at me.
I'm not getting mad.
Okay.
I'm just making sure I'm heard.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this is how John Schneider would do it.
That's a great quote. I'm not mad. I'm just making sure I'm heard. Yeah, I got to be honest. That sounds exactly like John Schneider's thought process. He's fresh. He's so
He's
stupid.
played in the playoffs before. It's like,
Not
great,
very
thanks.
well. Not for a team that won games.
Yeah,
So I just I would not use Anthony Santander as anything other than a late game matchup pinch hitter
that's
because he's
perfect.
suffered setbacks on his rehab.
I haven't. What's he looking like? I haven't seen anything. I
Bad.
haven't.
I think he's hurt right now.
Oh God.
Like it's not good. And like even if things were going good, you don't look when you have a good bowl to punch. You don't dump in a bunch of fucking apple juice into
Uh,
it. Okay.
no, he seems fine. Sportsnet just posted an article today. He played left
Oh,
field today.
great. Where in Buffalo? I don't care.
Well,
Please.
you said he was had a
I thought he
setback.
was hurt. I thought he was hurt. I don't. I
That
have
was.
been.
I think that was 2 weeks ago before he went to start
Oh,
his rehab.
yeah. You're right. I'm a bit behind there, but still, we don't want Santander anywhere near a starting role in this team.
You do want him healthy.
I didn't say I didn't want him healthy. Why are you
No,
putting
I'm
words
just
in my mouth?
adding. You do.
Yeah, you obviously I want everybody healthy all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, it's a team that's they're gonna be there's gonna be an X beside their name at the end of the week. Like
Yeah,
I think their magic number's 3 right now.
and they're probably going to get a bye,
They're very likely gonna get a bye.
barring any John Schneider shenanigans. They will get a.
Yeah, I think as of right now, as of Wednesday night, September 17th, they got 4 games on Detroit for the number 1 seed.
I think that looks correct.
I think it's correct. This is a team that wholeheartedly controls their own destiny.
Yeah, if they can just play 500 ball for 2 weeks, they're okay.
Who do they play this weekend?
Brrr, I believe a divisional opponent. I think it might be Baltimore actually.
Do they got Baltimore again? I thought the Yankees were playing. Oh, they got KC this weekend.
Oh no, it's not a divisional opponent. Oh, it's the Royals. Then they go, and then I think they're at home with Boston and Tampa to end the year.
Yeah, that's. You got 10 games
I
left.
think at the end of the year at home, I believe, again, which again their home winning differentials like I think they're 6-6, like they're 66% at home.
They're
That's
50 and
pretty.
25 at home, which is amazing.
That's 66% repeating.
Exactly.
Is that good? I don't know. They're doing. I mean, they're
I think
looking
that's the
pretty
best in the
good.
MLB.
That's pretty good. Like the Rogers Center is a fortress, and you get to play there. Like that's pretty good, guys.
That'd be a
So.
nice little warm up for them in front of the home crowd.
Oh yeah, especially because they'll be against like Tampa, divisional game.
And
Those always
Boston.
have a bit of an edge,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a great warm up for the crowd, great warm up for the players to get used to the atmosphere at home to end the year. You get to stay at home for a prolonged amount of time and then
oh yeah,
start a playoff series at home.
everybody can fly out their wives and or girlfriends. Catch up. It'll be a good time.
It will be. It's the perfect way to end the season.
If only Bo Bichette was healthy,
Yeah, that would be. That
because
would
he's
be.
their probably second most important player. Actually, third behind Springer with how good he's been this year.
Yeah, with the
Springer,
Western
who should
machine.
finish top five in American League MVP voting.
Yeah.
Will
Should we
he
move
though?
on to the pitching
Do
matchups?
you think he will finish top five in AL MVP voting, Keenan?
Springer? Yes.
You lot of confidence in there.
I don't think he'll be top 3, but I think he'll be 4th or 5th.
I think he is fourth or fifth. I don't think he will. I think he'll finish like an eighth or ninth.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I could
also
see some
fair.
douchebag from New York giving it to like Cody Bellinger or something, being like he's really inspired the Yankee. Like they'll be like, oh, Jose Ramirez almost got the Guardians in the playoffs. Oh, he's actually okay. He's actually a really good third baseman too. He's really underrated. Piece of shit. Like
Yeah.
no, look, George Springer has been one of the five most impactful players in the American League this year.
Easily, especially after the last season that he had. I think that adds to it too.
He was horrible last year, and he wasn't horrible. He just wasn't very good.
He was also very unlucky.
Was he? I hate
I-
that. What do you mean unlucky?
Lots of lineouts.
He had 600 plate appearances. Okay, the lineout thing. That's right. That is too woke. The lineout thing is too woke to me.
Okay.
I
Explain.
don't. People are like, oh man, he's hitting the ball hard. Not clearly not very well. I don't like the whole lineouts thing.
That's
It's good
fair.
for good players, but like when like a bad player is lining out, like change the approach. Just a
Yeah.
suggestion.
That's very.
But
That's very
look, I
fair.
think on hold, look, the best players in the league hit the ball hard the most consistently, right?
Hmm.
But I just don't like when they're like, oh yeah, like O'Neal Cruz lines out a lot. He's a good hitter. Really? Then why doesn't he hit good?
He
It's
also
like,
strikes out a lot. Why does he strike out so much?
yeah, well, it's like it'd be like in like hockey if a guy has a really hard slap shot, they're like, man, he's hitting the puck really hard. Is he putting the puck in the back of the net? Oh, it's all that really matters.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
Look, I'm a results-driven motherfucker. Okay, yeah, like, and I mean, his OBP's up 100 points too.
It is.
Like, the average
Slugging's
is
up
up.
like
Yeah,
almost 200 points.
no, he's like a 950 OPS. Okay, he's having an incredible season.
Best season, easily his best season as a Blue Jay, without a
It's
doubt.
close to his best season maybe ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I
maybe
think
like his first 2 years in the league were, or sorry, his two of his the year 2 and 3 were really good, but it's also because he played a lot better defense. This is clearly his best offensive season.
2019 year he ended with a 974 OPS, which is about
How
30
many
points
other
higher
teams?
than it is right now.
Well, I mean that's just woke garbage. That's Houston. They were cheating.
Okay,
Don't use facts
okay,
to ruin my narrative, Keenan. You're using facts, saying things that I don't like.
okay.
I'm gonna call the FCC and get you taken off the air.
That's getting you taken off the air too.
Eye for an eye. I'm a petty motherfucker too.
Just taking yourself down.
Hey, mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, you just got to prove that point, no matter what.
You know
Yeah,
me. You know
yeah.
me. You know how I like to operate.
We get into the pitching matchups here.
I actually would like to talk about the pitching matchups this week. Yes, funny you ask.
Yeah, this was before you take it away. This was the closest we've ever had and will ever.
Agree.
Like,
But Keenan's reign of terror is over.
yeah. What was
Score
that?
one for the good guys, am I right?
Okay, all right.
Andre Palante, I don't know, that's definitely not how you say it. Palant, whatever. Plays for the Cardinals, who gives a shit. Went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, five runs, but 4 earned runs. 0 Ks, 4 walks. Really weird to give up 4 hits and 4 earned, but the walks killed him. Quinn Priester, 5 1/3, 2 earned, 5 hits, 5 Ks, 1 walk, as the Brewers dog walked the Cardinals, no pun intended, 8-2. Keenan also had some pretty good matchups in there too. I don't really care what he has. Just Drew Rasmussen had
Drew
the most
Rasmussen. Yeah.
Drew Rasmussen start.
5 innings, 3 earned, 5 strikeouts,
Couple of walks in
couple
there.
walks, couple of hits.
Is that exactly what you thought it would be?
Yeah, I might have. He probably should have gone six. He feels like the kind of guy who goes 6 and 3 earned every day.
I feel like if I gave you 5 guesses at his exact stat line, you would have got there.
Every single guess would have been the same thing. He seems like that kind of guy, consistently okay.
And that's what we strive for in the pitching matchups. Is
At
no
this
blow.
point, middle of September, that's fine with me.
Look, I'm looking at who I'm throwing out there next week. It's bottom of the fucking barrel.
Yeah, well,
How did Colin Ray do?
Rogers, I would not call bottom of the barrel.
He's
Not
not
this year.
He's having a very good season. He's not throwing a lot of innings though.
But who's he going against?
Do you want to talk about how your final pitcher did last week?
Oh yeah, sure. Colin Rea, 5 1/3, 3 earned, 5 strikeouts, 7 hits, no walks. We had the exact same stat line down to you had 2 less hits.
Yeah, and I think we decided that because Priester had the best overall start that I would win the matchup. I'm now down 1 to Keenan.
Yeah, it's 9-8. 2 weeks left in the season. It's do or die for you.
It is.
You're the Diamondbacks right now. You cannot afford a loss.
Yeah, I'm Renato Moicano in the UFC. I can't afford to lose.
Yeah,
They're
backs
really
against the wall. You got to fight your way out.
And leading the charge for me will be Will Warren of the New York Yankees, who I am fucking terrified for picking. The only reason he's being chosen is because he's pitching against the Baltimore Orioles in September. And I'm also taking Trevor Rogers on the mound for the Orioles, who has very good numbers this year. Big concern about how many innings he's going to throw, but we'll see.
Yeah, I got a division matchup as well. Robbie Ray, Clayton Kershaw, also Friday
Kershaw
night.
on the big 25. Wow.
Kershaw, it's almost like you did it first.
Yeah, but mine was
Um,
ironic.
It was ironic. Mine is bottom of the barrel, end of September. He's also going up against a very solid Robbie Ray.
He against a still elite Robbie Ray.
Yes.
Like he's still elite. Like he's still an elite guy, right? Like The only question
He
mark I have
might
is health.
be entering the most underrated conversation because nobody talks about him.
I mean, that's actually kind of fair because he also hasn't been healthy.
That's also a part of the reason. But even this year, like normally you get that good comeback story, but nobody's talking about it.
Shout out to Kim Kardashian.
Shout out, yeah. But
Funny.
yeah, just nobody's talking about him coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I it's the Giants. They've been a bit preoccupied this year.
That's very true. They've had the Devers.
He's the youngest guy on that team.
That's also probably true. And they've also had their collapse. That's been the focal point.
Yeah, that is true. Speaking of focal points, should we jump into the standings because the American League East is the focal point of Major League Baseball. Spearheading that charge is the Toronto Blue Jays with an 89 and 63 record, coming off of a 6-game winning streak before their loss to the Tampa Bay Rays today, 2-1. They have a 4-game divisional lead over the New York Yankees, which I do not see them giving up. The Yankees 85 and 67, playing some pretty good ball right now, actually. They should finish the year very strong against some very weak opponents. The Red Sox 83 and 69, playing 500 ball, which is good enough to get them down the stretch in the playoffs. They're playing pretty well. They're playing good enough, but they're a first round loss team. That's kind of I think where we are. Aroldis Chapman's been fun. The Rays 74 and 78 kind of started out pretty strong, like a lot stronger than people thought this year, but they've completely faded. They are 3 and 7 in the last 10, and the Orioles, as Keenan mentioned, 72 and 80 have been slowly climbing back to respectability in a fight to get over 500.
Yeah, that Roman Anthony injury is hurting Boston more than we thought it would.
Yeah, I will say that's a good point. I didn't think it would affect him that much.
Like, he was kind of becoming the centerpiece of that offense.
He was kind of becoming the center point of the franchise.
He
Like
really was. Got that nice extension.
Guy. Like the guy.
Numbers were getting better week by week, and it's done. Like, his season's done. All of September, I think they've been under 500 the month of September. Maybe 500, maybe a game or two above, but in that area.
Yeah.
As a baseball fan, and also because they possibly playing the Yankees, I hope he's back for the wild card weekend.
I don't know. I don't know how fresh he has no experience. Like, I don't know how much I would trust him there.
It's a wild card. Like, he would be
true. I mean, and it's the wild card, so, it makes sense.
League East. This is the only division that has been confirmed, and it's because the Mets collapsed. Philadelphia Phillies are your NL East champions, 91 and 61 so far on the year. They're down to the Dodgers right now, but they made some great comebacks each of the last 2 days, so you never know. The Mets, 78 and 74. They're in the playoffs because the teams on the outside don't want it enough.
That's true.
That's the only reason.
And it's so true.
With the way they've been playing, but they've got, I think, 6 or 7 road games still. That was not intentional. Miami, they're in third place, 71 and 80. Atlanta, 70 and 83. They'll be eliminated by next week. We can talk about that then. And Washington, 62 and 91. Disastrous year for a team that was supposed to take that step.
Do you want to know the hilarious thing? So the Nationals have the second least amount of wins in the National League.
Mm-hmm.
The next lowest team, like the lowest, is the Rockies at 41. So that is still that is a 21 game difference.
That's insane. Like,
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on to the American League Central, where the Detroit Tigers have kind of low-key been sputtering, not really stepping up in my opinion, not playing great baseball on the stretch, kind of the opposite of last year where they really came on. I think that big run started around August when they just started firing up here. They aren't limping into the playoffs, but they're not strutting confidently. They're not playing confident baseball. The Cleveland Guardians, however, are 9-1 in the last 10 on a 6-game winning streak and only 2.5 games back of the wild card. They are strutting their stuff. And if they make the wild card round, Stephen Vogt, you are the manager of the year. That's all I have to say about that. We all know how much I love Stephen Vogt. The Royals are completely 500. Really weird year. But getting to the 500 is a good accomplishment for them, all things considered. The Twins, disastrous year. Maybe one of the most three worst seasons for a team in the league this year. And the White Sox, 57 and 96. At least they aren't as bad as last season.
Yeah, it's a step forward for them, I guess. This Cleveland team really confuses me because
I've been saying that all year. I was like, I don't understand Cleveland. Every week I'd say I don't get how Cleveland's above 500. It's fucking.
they get more confusing. Like
And
every
then
week I was like, okay, this is their peak, and now they're 9-1 in their last 10, and they're itching to get back into the
yeah, and they
playoffs.
were kind of bad in July and August, and now they're like really good again. And I'm like, I don't know what to think.
Like,
They're hot and
are
they're
they
cold.
gonna
They're
like
yes and they're
keep doing
no.
this, or are the wheels gonna
They're in
fall
then
off?
they're in and they're out. They're up and they're down. They're wrong and they're right. They're black when it's white. I have no idea
All
what
right, I think we get that.
it's a Katy Perry reference.
Yeah, I knew where you were going with that.
I just don't know. I don't understand this team at all. I don't get
There
it.
is no way to understand this
And
team.
you know what, Keenan? I'm okay with not getting it. I'm just gonna resign myself to Steven Vogt's genius. And sometimes you just gotta watch an artist paint.
Yeah, but there would be that team that gets to the playoffs and gets the shit kicked out of them.
It's fucking pretty true.
Like they've got that written all over them. It's like you see them walking up
We
to
kind
a
of said
gang
that
of other
last year
people.
though, and they made it to this.
Last year's American League was so much weaker. Like genuinely, like the weakest league we've seen coming into the playoffs. I think
Okay, let's. It wasn't that bad.
it was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. Okay, fair enough.
It was
It wasn't historically bad, but it was like close to
it
historically
was
bad.
shockingly bad.
It was
With
shockingly bad. Is the way to say it. It was shocking.
yeah, National League Central shockingly good. Milwaukee 93-59. If you told me they would be the first team to clinch a playoff spot before the year, I would have laughed at you. Chicago 88-64. They're in the playoffs for the first time since 2020, not as the division champs like I thought they would be. Cincinnati 76-76, 5-5 in their last 10. That's what you'd expect from a team with a record of 500. St. Louis 74-79. They hung around all year just like the Reds, but the wheels have fallen off in September. And the Pittsburgh Pirates, backed by a shockingly good rotation and bullpen, are eliminated with a 65-88 record, wasting away the best years you'll see out of Paul Skeens.
And Jared Jones and Mitch
And
Keller,
he was hurt this year though. Bubba Chandler too.
Bubba Chandler too. Yeah. I mean, if Jared Jones is healthy, they win like 6 or 7 more games probably.
Okay, all right. Is that
Okay.
like the fifth time, or
6th or 7th time probably.
I knew the moment. The moment I said that,
I am
I
so
knew where
fun-
you're going.
Yeah. So the AL West, the Houston Astros, really put boot to ass over the Texas Rangers. Is that an appropriate term? I think that is. Like they put boot to ass over
They
them.
claimed their territory.
Yeah, they're 84-69. Nice, very in the driver's seat. They control their own destiny. That 3-game series with Seattle is gonna really what it's gonna come down to. But it's that simple. Seattle surging after their 10-game winning streak, still not there yet completely, but they're half a game back. They got 3 games directly in Houston. That decides whether they're a wild card team or if they're a division winner. The Rangers 79-74. They gave it a go, but they're out of the wild card hunt. Let's be honest. The Athletics 71-81. Offensively, so much to like. Pitching wise, a lot less to like. And the Angels finally out of the playoffs, 69-83, but not as bad as we thought. They're not as bad as we thought they'd
Hey,
be.
this is a competitive team.
It is a competitive
This
team.
is a competitive team.
That's what
why they
that's us.
didn't sell at the deadline for like
The
the
angel
10th
of
straight
death,
year.
Artie Moreno, is haunted by his lack of playoff revenue.
What's his plan to get into the playoffs?
I quite frankly don't know. I'm just doing the
He-
voice.
we talk about the Orioles not
Do
having
you
a
think
plan.
Artie Moreno knows how to operate a car?
No, like dude's rich enough. He has someone who drives him around, anyways. Like we talk about the Orioles not
you
having a
wanna
plan.
drive
What's
if you
the
were rich?
Angels' plan?
Would you have a guy like that if you were rich, or would you enjoy driving?
I drive around the small cities, but if I'm going like into the heart of LA, someone's
If you're in LA, you're not driving, no shot.
no, not
If
a
you can
chance.
afford, yeah, you're definitely getting someone to drive you. Maybe that's his problem. He doesn't drive. He doesn't have time to think.
He doesn't have to critically think. He's too rich at this point.
That's a very good point, Keenan.
Just sell the team, Marty. Do us
Sell the
all.
team and then find a city bus and get hit by it. See God, change your ways, apologize, heal up, and enjoy the rest of your life.
You think he's going to heaven?
I didn't say he's going to heaven.
You said get hit by a bus and see God.
Yeah, and have him realize you got to turn your shit around. I didn't say to
Okay.
die.
Okay, that's true. NL West. Still a close division because neither of these two teams want to win
We
it.
said this last week. Nobody wants to win any
They don't
division or
want it.
any divisional race or any wild card race.
The Dodgers are 84 and 67. The Padres are 83 and 69. Who wants it? Neither of them.
6-7 and 6-9.
It's so stupid.
Ah,
Arizona, 77 and 76.
pretty good. They're hanging on though. They're still like, there's a 10% chance to make.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
They
I'd
just
love
have
to
to
see
do
it
that.
happen, but they go Philadelphia, Dodgers, Padres to end the year. It's not happening.
And the Dodgers and Padres are going to be fighting tooth and nail to win those games.
It's also a division rival. Even if they weren't fighting for a playoff spot, you're not letting the Diamondbacks in.
Fuck no.
Especially the Dodgers, who got curb stomped by them 2 years ago.
That was embarrassing for him.
Yeah, they're not letting
Well,
them
Dave
in.
Roberts
They're going to do
doesn't feel
everything they
embarrassed
can.
for shame, so yeah.
Yeah. San Fran, 76 and 76. Mid, as we'd expect the Giants to be, and the Colorado Rockies, 41 and
Opposite of
110.
mid.
961 runs allowed. They're getting close, dude.
Pretty. Yeah, they actually are. There's a genuine count to it that they have, what, 15 games left? Wait.
No.
Yeah, 15 games left. No,
No
they have
way.
11 games left. Right? Yeah. 11 games left. They need to allow, what is that, like 2 runs a game? That's easily going to happen.
You can add 8 runs to that because the Miami Marlins just dropped 8 on them. That game hasn't finished yet, so it doesn't count.
So with 10 games left, they need to avoid giving up
31 runs.
They're fucked.
They're screwed.
They're gonna give up 1,000 runs.
Like, yeah, you may have had a better record than the White Sox last year, but you're going to allow 1,000 runs. That's more embarrassing.
Yeah, that's one of the most embarrassing stats I've ever heard.
Like, I don't even know what to compare that to.
So the most runs allowed in a season by a team is currently held by the Cleveland Spiders, in 1899.
How many? Is it 1,000?
Oh, it's over 1,000. Keenan, it's over.
You say that like it's like a couple hundred runs over 1,000.
It is. I will say a lot of this stuff. Yeah, it's yes.
1,400.
It's 1,252.
Okay.
I will say that from my little gander here, there's only a couple teams post integration that have done this.
Okay, what's the worst post integration?
This is actually easy. It's the Tigers in 1996, who won 53 games though, because they also what is this? They strike. Where's their runs? Where's their runs for in this stupid stat? Look, I can't look. I don't really want to find that. Look, they just suck. Okay, they gave up over 1,000 runs post integration. That's pretty embarrassing.
That's very embarrassing. Colorado, possibly next. Possibly.
They're gonna be it. Like smart money's on yes.
Should we do a little wild card briefing before we end the episode?
Would love a wild card briefing because I do the American League and that's really fucking easy because the American League wild card, it's had its ups and downs, but now it's just the Guardians hawking down the AL West second place team.
Yeah.
And they're not going to do it.
Now, this team.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Keenan's up for the National League wild card.
Hold on. I just want to see who Cleveland plays. Okay, they got one left with Detroit. Then they go Minnesota, Detroit, Texas.
Winnable games. They could win 8 of those.
Especially with the way Detroit's playing right now, they could win 8 of those games. 8 of
Texas,
11
if they're eliminated, they got nothing to play for. I don't know. It's interesting. They're in it, but like I'd give them like a 5% chance. There's just
National League. It should be the Mets to take that 6th seed, but
the Mets
they
aren't
don't
fucking
want it.
trying. They are actively avoiding the playoff spot like it's the fucking plague.
They're the Mets. This is what they do.
How funny would it be if they like barely hold on and they go on a run in the playoffs?
That would also be the most Mets.
Would that not be the most Mets thing ever? Is like they shit the bed the
either
months and then
miss the playoffs or win it via tiebreaker and win the World Series. There's no in between.
Don't let them get hot. Don't let
They
the
don't
Mets
want to
get
get
this
hot.
right.
They aren't hot.
Yes, so don't let them.
Just you'll have home field advantage over them. They're cooked right away.
Do not give the Mets any motion.
They don't want it. Arizona's a game and a half out. The Giants and Reds are 2 games out. Look, nobody's done yet between those 3 teams, but it's going to take a lot to get over the
I
Mets.
feel pretty comfortable saying that the Giants don't have a shot at this thing.
That's very fair. The Mets have 6 games on the road.
How many games?
6.
Well, they're horrible on the road.
Like, there's a solid
Well,
chance. 3 of them's in
and
Miami.
their
That
issue is
doesn't
all these
matter.
playoff games are going to be on the road. They're not going to be
Yeah.
in Queens.
There's a solid chance between those 6 games, they go 1-5 on the road.
Yeah,
Just
that's a real
shoot themselves
possibility.
in the foot.
And then this allows the Cincinnati Reds to sneak into that third wild.
Red October.
Great movie. You a fan?
Haven't seen it.
It's Sean Connery's best work.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Look, we got some good races. There's gonna be a lot that's changed from the next time we meet. What are you shocked at?
You said we have a lot of good races. Phrasing.
Division races, wild card races. I didn't think I needed to specify that, but I'll keep that in mind.
Forgot who you were with for a second.
We're gonna
Okay,
have
question.
there's gonna be a couple more teams that have clinched by next week. Like,
I have one more question for you before we go. Will the gap between the fourth place teams in the wild card race be closer or bigger next week?
American League.
Both
American League
races
will be
both
bigger
races.
because Seattle and Houston play each other.
Okay.
Chicago's will be smaller because they've clinched. It'll like by a game or two.
Okay, I like that answer.
Yeah, you agree?
I agree.
Okay.
I can also see the Mets just not winning a game the rest of the year.
That would also they don't want this. They don't want to be a good franchise.
They're like,
just
you
don't
know what?
want it.
We don't need this. We don't need this, my man. We don't
We
need
like
this.
the memes. Like,
Yeah. Look, if they just get Grimace out there again, it's great.
if they miss the playoffs, baseball Twitter is going to blow up.
If they miss the playoffs, every Met fan should dress as Grimace for a year.
There might not be any Mets fans left. If they
Or,
blow this,
or Steve Cohen says Grimace 3 times like Beetlejuice at the press conference. That's how they can do it.
what do you do as Steve Cohen if you pay someone $765 million and then miss the playoffs?
You pay a guy $50 an hour in a Grimace suit for next year.
That's your whole solution is just Grimace related.
That's how they got into this whole mess, was with Grimace.
They were good when Grimace was around.
I know. Then
Do they need a little
Grimace been?
a ritual?
Where's Grimace been?
Yeah, he's probably retired. He's gone.
Okay,
They took him out back.
Okay, I'm gonna pivot now. You know that fat kid who does this on TikTok, the Rizzler?
The Rizzler?
We get him a mini Grimace suit, and we let him cook.
He'd do that too. He would 100% do that.
They're money hungry, desperate to abuse their child to make money.
That kid's gonna have a weird teenage years.
Probably
Macaulay
drugs.
Culkin.
Probably drugs.
Yeah, whatever Macaulay Culkin did, this kid's
Get
gonna
that
do.
little guy in a Grimace suit and just let him work his magic.
All right.
And
think we
Jose
should-
Iglesias rapping again. I like that.
Rapping?
Isn't he a singer? I assumed rap. Maybe bad
Dude.
assumption.
The kid? The little kid?
No, Jose Iglesias, dude. The short.
Jose Iglesias. I don't know what. That was a quick pivot.
I want him to start
Who's
rapping.
gonna sing for them this year?
Not Jose Iglesias.
No, he's a Padre.
I know. Get him out there and have him start rapping again. I don't care. He's a pod. If Steve
Yeah.
Cohen gives all this money, you can't fly him out.
I think they're playing the Padres right now in New York. Give them a little pregame show.
Hear me out. Iglesias in a Grimace costume. Yes, my idea is just every possible person
No.
wearing the Grimace suit. What if Cohen wore the Grimace suit?
What if they just wore Grimace uniforms?
Now you're thinking. Now you're
Now I'm
That's the
thinking.
best idea on this
Now
podcast that's
I'm
ever been
thinking.
pitched.
There you go. Do we end it on that?
Let's end it on that.
Let's
Feels
end it
right.
on that.
Feels
All right.
right.
See you next week.